Hello everyone. This time we are going to be looking at some two uh, important features in Microsoft Excel. However, these features are not so common. They are not so common. Most Excel users don't always focus on them, but we are going to be looking at data validation in Microsoft Excel and then conditional formatting in Microsoft Excel. So we are going to start straight away. So I have created already an Excel file, so I will just need to open it. It has some data here. Yes, as you can see, I already have my Excel file here with some data pertaining to students. So I have this data, students, some few subjects, their gradings. So what we are going to determine here, we shall begin with conditional formatting. Basically, conditional formatting here, we set some standards met by data entry into our Excel sheets. So we set limits for certain data to be entered in an Excel sheet, such that if the user violates that data, then there is a set of messages or warnings to the user that this and this or such and such a rule has been violated. Then we should always provide solutions for correcting the violated rules by the user, or we give solutions to the violated rules as well. Then conditional formatting, we shall also be looking at conditional formatting. Basically, here we look at formatting cells for a specified reason, or formatting cells to meet a certain condition. So we shall set validation rules for this field containing marks of subjects, such fields like biology, physics, chemistry, math and English. Then we shall also have conditional formatting for some of them, as we shall be moving on as well. So without wasting time, we shall begin off. So before we go any further, somebody may have question about the gradings and so on. These grades are obtained with a formula or function, the if function in Excel. As you are seeing here in the formula bar, I have this function here used to generate these gradings here for each subject. So some people are not yet familiar with such functions, so I'll come up with a certain video about the if function and other functions which are already tedious to some of the Excel users. So to begin with, I will begin with these marks for each. Basically, you can look at these fields that when you look at the subjects, no student is supposed to score a subject marks less than 0 in negatives, let us say, and you always grade based on the percentage, always 100%. So the values entered in these fields here should not exceed the marks. For example, we can have this, you cannot put like 400 here, so the formula will say false, because this one is not specified in the if function. However, we just need to deal with this, eliminating this tendency. For example, we just want to set conditions such that we don't allow a user to just enter any value in this or one of these cells like that. So how do you make this? Simply we can set what we call validation rules. Now we shall select the respective columns. For example, we shall have this. Now we have some conditions here, like I had this data extract. We had some conditions, like there are some students with optional subjects, and then some subject might be missed. So this one will be contrary to our formula or our rules of validation. So allow me edit this, then I'll get back to you. I'm back to you, and this time I can see I've eliminated what we call optional subjects. So because I had set some formula to cater for that, so we have plain gradings here. So we first of all select individual columns, like for the subjects, because I want this condition to work on all fields of all columns of subjects. Then on the data tab we shall choose validation, data validation, and then shall choose this. Now this dialog box will be provided us having certain conditions to set. So we have the data validation dialog box. Now we have settings that we shall have a whole number. Basically we shall set this to maybe a decimal between, so decimal may have, some marks may have points and so on. So this decimal may be having a minimum of 0 and then a maximum of 100. So a student may score from 0 up to 100. That's the meaning of this. So you can ignore blanks. Then have input message. The input message is what directs the user on what data to enter when the mouse pointer is hovered over a certain cell during data entry. So here we shall say our title for this message will be marks. Then we shall say instruct the user to input marks. We shall say input marks between 0 and 100, or we shall say input values, and call them values between 0 and 100 only. Then what happens if somebody makes an error during data entry with this? We shall say this message box will have invalid mark as its title. Then we shall say enter correct marks, which may be from 0 to 100, as simple as that. Then we shall say, we shall click OK. So maybe there is the other thing I've left out is about the other thing I've left out is about the style. So they are saying when the user enters invalid data, show this error alert. So the style can either be warning, information, can warn, you can inform, or you can stop that user from doing anything. So we are going to repeat this simply. We shall say we shall use what we had used, a decimal from 0 up to 100. then shall have an input message having marks. Then we shall say enter values. Shall say enter values between 0 and 100. Then our error alert will be stopping the user from entering data in case the data violates the rule, and we shall say invalid marks. Then we shall say enter marks between 0 and 100 only. So we shall say okay, let us try out this. Our message is this: marks, enter values between 0 and 100. What if we try to violate this rule, like entering 101? We shall always have an error alert to show us that we shall have entered invalid marks. So they will say enter marks between 0 and 100 only. So when you say retry, it will try to leave this figure, but when you try to move to any other cell, it will still catch you out of the boundaries or out of the rules of the validation feature of Microsoft Excel. So you have to just cancel and then correct that. So if you have 100, there will be no problem unless you violate or enter a different figure here, like -1. See that we have an error message: enter marks between 0 and 100 only. So say cancel, then can change this. So as we change this, automatically you see the grades changing respective the marks given, or depending on the marks given, as you can see. So the other issue is all about conditional formatting. Conditional formatting, we shall set maybe we can set the marks less than 50 to be displayed in a different way, or a different color, or fill color, or font color, and then above we can set some color. So let me highlight just one column here like this. Then on the home tab, I'll find under styles group conditional formatting. I'm using Excel 2010, so you may find it somewhere else, like in other versions. So I've selected this field of physics, then I'll choose conditional formatting. I have a lot of rules here. I'll have highlight cell rules, top to bottom rules, data bars, color scales, icon sets, and then can also set custom rules and so on. This clearing rules and managing rules. So I'll just choose highlight cells for this time. Then we shall be looking at other conditional formatting options in the next video. What you have to do is just like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All you need will be uploaded there for you to learn. So we shall say I'll have highlighted cells. We shall highlight cells basing on these features: equal to, or between, or less than. So let us say greater than. So if we have cells greater than 49, for example, so say format cells with a greater than which are greater than 49, then we shall you can use a custom setting. For example, when choose custom, I want to use a fill color, so I'll use a fill color like green. Then I'll say okay, such that I format all cells greater than 49 to green, as you can see. So then I'll choose the same column, go to conditional formatting, highlight cells, then for less than, cells less than 14, less than 50 this time, including now 49, we shall say these cells will be given a certain color. Let's say we can give them yellow. Simple as that. That is a custom format. So when you look at this, if we have cells or marks that are greater than 50 and above, then these ones will be painted with a different color, let us say green, and then those ones less than 50 will have this color, yellow. So now let us try to change this maybe 60, then we shall see that its color is also automatically changed to the other rule of greater than, and it has been painted. So when change this to 30, we shall see that it has been changed its color to yellow. As simple as that. This can also apply to the rest of the fields we have in Excel. So feel free to share, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and keep on enjoying and learning as well in this digital generation as we migrate, we set off. If you have enjoyed, like this video and tutorial, please don't forget like, share, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please see you in the next video.